but sometimes they leave the coffee bean in the cherry, and that also will build more acidity versus like popping it out of the.
Curtis did not like that.
Getting it out of the cherry.
Cut that. Well, I told my midwife this at my postpartum visit, and she was like, "You're kidding." She's like, "Are you sure it was a midwife?" And I'm like, "That's what they told me."
Well, she was the one running the whole thing. Like, she's the one that caught the baby. She caught the baby and passed out.
Oh my goodness, this kid, every breath.
I feel like they should offer drugs to the men.
That's what I need. My partner passed out.
Like the very first kid, the husband's role is not to that child, it's to his wife. I'm going to be 32 next year. I'm 8 years away from 40. And I'm probably only going to live till 50.
What?
So we're like halfway there.
You better not.
We did it.
First child on the podcast.
First child on the podcast.
Probably only child you'll have on the podcast.
Yeah. We were talking about trying to get Madeline on the podcast, but people are weird on the internet. So I don't know if that's a good idea.
We'll figure it out. We'll record our own podcast for our family,
yeah,
right?
That'll be fun.
I think I was pregnant when we did this last.
It would have been January of 23.
Yep, then I was pregnant.
You were pregnant. You were the second episode ever.
Really?
60 episodes ago. And then after we did that episode, it went really well. And everyone was like, you need to get your wife back on. And we tried multiple times.
Well, then after we have a kid, it's like...
It was hard. And then we have a second kid. And then eventually with the relaunch with season 2, I was like, there's no perfect guest. This is kind of like the full circle moment for us of like, almost a fresh start. And I'm like, there's no better guest to set us off than my wife. So,
well, and every time I've come on, I brought a child. So
that's true. Well, yeah,
Curtis
technically
Clifford.
The first time the child was in your stomach.
She was still there.
She was still there. Not making any political statements, but she was there.
She was there. And he is
definitely here. Yeah, we've actually been in the studio for like an hour trying to get this kid to sleep.
You know, the stars aligned for him to take a nap, and he was sleeping when we got into your office, and then he just
now we're here.
It was like silent out there. I think that's what made him upset. So he might be grunty, and we'll just roll with it.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this and you just hear like a slight grunt sound, it is not me. It is not my wife. It is our second child.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be fun to start off by kind of picking up with the topic that we left off on the first one. And a lot's happened since then.
You're going to link that first podcast?
Yeah, the link somewhere. Links in the description of the very first podcast. We weren't even in this studio. This is your first time even recording in this studio.
I mean, I've been in here, but
Yeah, but recording. So, and now we're here. I mean, I guess we could start here. Today, we're going to talk about a couple different things. Let's start here. I'll tell them what we're going to talk about. Okay. And then we'll jump into whatever we want to talk about.
Cool.
Okay. Today, I wanted to give my wife the opportunity to talk about what it's like being married to an entrepreneur. Now, what it's like to be married to someone pursuing podcasting, what that means for her. And now we have kids. So the first time we talked about marriage and entrepreneurship. You know, how do you still have a strong marriage within the craziness of owning your own business? Mm-hmm. But since then, we have 2 kids now.
Yeah.
And now the question is going to be, how do we keep moving forward? We're figuring it out, but maybe some advice that we could give to people that are having their first kid, second kid. Maybe there's someone listening that's looking to pursue entrepreneurship, but their wife or their spouse is nervous about that jump. We're going to talk about that today. And now with the extra twist of kids.
Love it.
And then we can just go wherever else we want. We could talk about...
I'm sure there'll be rabbit trails.
Birth stories. We could talk about how I'm right all the time. And, we could talk about that's the key to our marriage.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Your viewers are going to agree with that.
Mm-hmm. All the dudes are like, yeah. All the women are like, oh, no, honey, that's so wrong.
They know.
They know. So let me ask you this. This is the first question. When I told you that I wanted to start a podcast, what was your first thought? What did you think?
Okay. Don't take this personally. You're not going to. But you have a lot of hobbies. So I kind of thought it was another hobby. Like you have, what was some of the hobbies when we first got married?
Before we continue with this podcast, I'd love to shout out the sponsor of this episode, Parler. Parler is the original free speech platform, and they believe that everybody has a voice and everybody deserves to get their voice heard without fear of demonetization or getting taken off platform. And Parler is back. I've been working really tightly with them because I'm telling you, the people at Parler, the people that own it now, they're real people. They're awesome people. And honestly, I love what they stand for. So if you're looking for like a new home right now, if maybe you're just looking for a fresh take on social media, or you've kind of been off social media and you're looking for a new place to start, Parler would welcome you. And I am so grateful that Parler is sponsoring my show. And so please right now, go ahead, and the link in the description is your opportunity to make your own Parler account. You can find me there, and hope to see you guys on Parler. But with that being said, let's get back to this episode.
Music. Yep, you've written some songs.
Yeah, they're absolute certified bangers.
He wrote me a song when we were dating.
Made her cry.
You've written Madeline a beat.
I did.
Yep. You've written a number of songs that are amazing.
Thank you.
But that you were really into that, which is why you know a little bit about, you had a foundation of this kind of stuff. Then you did streaming.
Yeah.
During COVID for a while. Fun. And that was really like, that got you on a camera, microphones, like that kind of stuff.
Right.
So then you told me you wanted to do podcasting, which it just seemed like it was like another vibe of those hobbies. And, you know, everybody needs an outlet. I think everybody should have an outlet. I think especially men should have an outlet, you know? So I was kind of like, go for it.
Yeah. Why not?
Not that it would become a career, but that it was just something that you could do. And you really wanted to.
Sure.
Why would you suppress your spouse's like hobbies?
You forgot the little section there where I try to make like a finance YouTube channel too. That was like between streaming and this. You remember that? I was like talking to like credit cards and budgeting apps and.
Well, you're just trying to find your flavor of where you wanted this to go. Like YouTube, you knew you wanted to do something with the camera. You knew you wanted to do something in this space, but you didn't really know what vibe. Right. And so I think you're still finding exactly, I know you have dreams of where you'd like this to go. But yeah, I just thought it was a hobby.
At what point did it change for you where this has gone from like, oh, this is Dillon's hobby. He probably won't stay with it, but I'll support him. You know, I'll see if this can make sense. At what point in this journey did it turn to like you and like, oh, this might be here to stay? Do you remember?
I don't know exactly when, but I think you just didn't let up the pedal. And I think sometimes with other hobbies, it kind of like fades, like your desire for it fades. And this one just never really faded. Like you just kept thinking of bigger things and you know, bigger guests, and, you know, Brandon Tatum came on, which is amazing, which was crazy how that even came about. And the Joel Berry podcast went really, really well. And you just kept having more and more opportunities. Yeah. That kept coming up. And so we were like, I guess you're still doing this, you know? Yeah. So every opportunity, I've kind of was waiting for like the opportunities to start dying. Not that I wanted your dream to die, but like. Thank you. No. But like that's going to be such a good clip. I was waiting for your dream to die. No, in the way that like that was when I would be like, okay, so this is just a hobby. Like if the opportunities stop coming and your desire to do this stops, you know, then we knew. Chill out. That was directed to the baby, by the way, not me. I forget this is going to go on Spotify too. Yeah, so the audio listeners. Curtis is making his debut. Yeah, it's okay. He's just wanting to talk in the microphone. Yeah, it's okay, baby. You should be sleeping now. So did you have like a date? Like, I guess so I've had way more passionate hobbies that you've kind of just said, okay, let's try it. Yeah. Do you like, what would you say to spouses out there that like, you know, I'm a visionary. That's my personality. I'm always trying new things. Right. So if there's a wife out there that her husband is always just on to the next thing, on to the next thing, like there's challenges with that too, right? Well, visionaries can be very frustrating for people who aren't. I think what's the opposite of a visionary? Non-visionary. Well, okay. Like an analytical person, an engineer. Yeah. Oh, okay. Mike Pickett. Well, any engineer friends you have, right? You know, but I think that, if you're not a visionary, then it's just it can be very frustrating to live with someone who is, if there's
how so?
Like there's I'm a very practical person. I feel like my creativity level is just here. My practicality is just here. Like I'm a very even, I can only do so much. So if there's a lot of ideas coming at you at one time, I'm like, okay, how practically are you going to actually accomplish any of those?
Yeah. Like to give it the perspective, like I go to Anna probably like once a month with like some new, even if it's within once a week.
Every 2 days. Every day.
Yeah. I mean, even if it's not like brand new ideas, it's changing an idea or trying to improve something or like, it's not like I have a new hobby every day, but like I'm trying to always improve something.
I think that's where the monotony of a 9 to 5 really doesn't speak to you.
Yeah.
And that's where I think a lot of people find like the day in, day out grind. I mean, what you do is grind, every day, but that can be really hard.
So then like, how have you been able to live with me? Like, and I know, by the way, she's doing an amazing job, everyone, balancing this kid and also carrying a conversation. You've been doing really good, dude.
He needs to chill out.
It's like this dog and he's like, I
think it's the second kid. The first kid, this would really, really make me anxious. But this one has just been.
It's just the way life is.
A blessing.
We got to roll.
Like, honestly, my anxiety has been so low. But sorry, that
sidetracked. We can sidetrack here. Like we've rolled better with this kid, just gone with the flow better.
Yeah.
Like not try to make such rigid, like this is the schedule. This is this. We've been a little more, we've been a little more roll with it, which I think helps.
With Madeline, I was crazy. And I had a lot of the hormones were a little bit crazy. With him, I didn't even feel like, which is not for every woman. I feel like the majority of women experience baby blues, which I did with Madeline. Yeah,
you did.
I didn't, other than being sick when we came home from the hospital, I didn't have any like a week of just being super hormonal, which praise the Lord.
I feel like I've been more hormonal than you have recently.
Well, yeah.
But I have reasons. I have a lot going on in my brain.
Yeah.
But back to the visionary conversation.
Yeah.
Like how have you been able to like deal with my crazy, like, I mean, like recently, like this is new. No one knows this, but like I'm working behind the scenes on trying to build some sort of golf show. Right. And like, there's another new idea.
Yeah, I know.
And then there's, I just started a new business where I'm doing podcast consulting and all of this is happening at the same time. We've been married for
almost 8. No, this will be 7 in September.
Are you sure it's not going to be 8? 18 to 26?
This is 25.
Oh, yeah, you're
2025.
Right. It just felt like 8 years.
It did to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With all this craziness, I know. Yeah, like, I mean, you've had time to practice with a little bit of my crazy, but like.
I think it's a matter of just growing with your spouse and loving them. I mean, there's things about me that you've had to grow and love through. And
not as much as you've had to do with me, but it's there.
Well, you know.
No, don't look into that too deep. It's there. It's there.
Oh, come on.
But like, has there been something that you've like kind of just leaned into, like you've like it took you a while to accept in our marriage, but now it's like, oh, like this is maybe just kind of who Dillon is, or maybe there's just been trust built in our marriage where you're like, it will work out.
You know, I think the majority of it has been trust between me and God, and not so much between me and you, because I always trusted you, but between me and God to be like, the Lord will lead you where he wants you to go. And I don't have to, you know how sometimes when your kid's walking and you're just right there, like doing this, sometimes I felt like at the beginning of our marriage, I was kind of like, with all your ideas, kind of like, okay, reel it in, you know, right. But now it's just like, you know, hey,
yeah,
you're supporting our family and this is the path God has you on for right now. And I'm there too, but I don't need to like put it all in a box.
Try to put it in your box.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, there are times where you'll practically like pull me out of it. Like I'll give everyone a good example. Like when I reached out to Brandon Tatum, for those that don't know who Brandon Tatum is, he's a political, you know, I don't know what the word is, pundit, talk show host. He has 3-4 million subscribers on YouTube. At that time, by far my biggest quote unquote celebrity guest. I reached out to him randomly on his website. He said yes, and I came home on that Friday. I literally reached out to him Friday at like 4:30, right before I was going to leave. And I come home, I'm hyped to tell you, and I'm like, we got to figure out how to afford to fly to Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I told. And I was like, we got to figure it out. I know we don't really have it in the budget right now, but like, we got to figure it out. This is too big for me to pass up, you know. And I'm like, I'm already like in Arizona in my head, you know, just trying to.
I do remember this. I forgot about this.
And then you just didn't have peace about it. You were like, Dillon, we don't have it in the budget. It's not a wise financial play. Like we just can't do it.
Yeah.
And so even, you know, you are supportive, but there are times where you've kind of grounded me.
Well, we're a team. I feel like we're a team, and I think you do too. And so it's not offensive if I lean into your business.
I was mad. Like the thing is, like I think for the visionaries, like it is
mad.
No, well, right, but it was frustrating because I was like, I really wanted to go, and I knew you were right. I think that's the thing I was frustrated at. Like,
yeah,
you were being the logical one.
Yeah, but I think you took your dad's advice when we first got married. What your dad was like, listen to your wife about ideas and stuff.
Yeah, like lean into. He said, just your wife's intuition, like something about women's intuition. Yeah.
I'll also say, and this is a sidetrack, but I think dads have good intuition. And you've had good intuition being a father.
I think that's also just to bring up religion, just praying through it. We probably should pray more together, obviously, than we do, but I pray a lot by myself. And I think that helps. I joke with Trevor that like my gut, like when I pray through things, like normally, like so far my intuition's been decent, but I've been wrong a lot too. And that's like, there have been times where we've been wrong. We've made mistakes, and we bought something that was actually a poor decision to buy, or we got lumped into some subscription that we shouldn't have been lumped in. And, but that's where the trust in each other, but also the trust in the Lord comes from.
Yeah.
But I wanted to finish the Brandon Tatum story. So you told me not to.
Yeah.
I was bummed. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I didn't want to do virtual. Amen, Curtis. If you do hear that heavy breathing in the microphone, I promise we don't have like a deviated septum or something.
No, he's trying to fall asleep.
He's a cute kid. Yeah.
You're okay.
It's a rough life.
I know.
We could do some baby ASMR.
We were doing that earlier.
Yeah, off camera.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I'm not going to if you're asking my opinion, I'm not going to give it. I mean, I'm not going to withhold it.
Of course.
And then get mad at you later because, obviously. But, I think we've developed a good friendship in our marriage and a good teamwork that we respect each other in that. And also too, you don't want to, I think that's fair. As we're developing different things, you'd want your partner on board and supportive.
Right. And that's the thing about, to try to finish this story. 2 days after you told me no, the Babylon Bee videos started going viral on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Like that's what I'm trying to get to. Like I was bummed. I wanted to do this very unwise thing. Mm-hmm. I listened to you and I said, you know what? My wife's probably right on this one. And then the Lord blessed that. And then 2 days later is when my channel actually like blew up for the first time. Mm-hmm. Like with those 2 videos just go absolutely
And then he ended
viral.
Up being in
person.
Detroit.
Yeah. And then it ended up being even better because I tried to get him virtually. It didn't work. There was tech problems. And he ended up being in Detroit and then invited me to AmFest. And so but if I would have tried to force that, like, I don't know how it would have.
Right. It could have been
down.
It could have been pretty poor. Sorry. Just checking on the babysitter. We're all good.
Okay. Oh, Madeline's probably waking up if that's.
No, she's good.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So this is such a chaotic podcast. Like, I feel like both of us were like trying to like stay on script right now.
I'm just trying to keep this kid asleep.
I know.
He's struggling, but that's okay.
He's always been grunty.
Yeah. In the hospital. Oh man. He was like an hour old and just the wheezing. I remember. So when we had Madeline, complete brand new parents, hadn't done a lot of babysitting, very, very fresh. Like, we're asking the nurses how to change a diaper.
Yeah. Didn't know how.
All that kind of stuff. Went through it all with the first couple of months were pretty rough, figuring things out. He's born. I'm chilling.
Yeah, and it was a tub birth, which was wild.
Water birth.
Yeah, water birth.
Tub birth.
It was in the tub, right?
Yeah.
Okay, is that not what you say?
Water birth.
It's a tub birth.
We weren't, well, actually that was on you because I hated the tub the first time around.
No, it wasn't on me. You're welcome for this.
No, I know. I'm saying thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
But I hated the tub because the nurses didn't make the water warm enough.
Yeah.
So it was just like barely lukewarm, and like that's not going to help anything.
Yeah.
And so then when I told them I wanted just a shower, I didn't want a tub in the room, and you told the nurse
I vetoed it. Did you hear me say that?
No.
Yeah, I went to the.
I was going through it.
Yeah,
okay,
you were in labor, and I went to the nurse, and I was like, "Give us a tub room. She's gonna change her mind."
Well, I remember I had a couple of contractions on the bed because we were doing this naturally because I have a phobia of needles.
Yeah.
I remember the anesthesiologist comes in the room, and he's like a student anesthesiologist, and he's trying to explain like if I had to sign something because if I had to get an epidural, I wanted to do that before it was like. Really a problem. And he's like trying to explain this. And I'm like, you're going to make me pass out, dude. Just let me sign whatever I need to sign. And I'm having contractions.
Right.
Had a couple on the bed. Horrible. Had a couple in the bathroom hanging onto you for dear life.
Yep.
And
yeah. That was
Hope
awkward.
was filling up the tub.
Yeah.
And the tub turned out to be the best thing. And then
we nailed the temperature.
By the time I felt pushy, which happened within like 30 minutes of being in the tub, an hour maybe.
No, it was an hour. Yeah, an hour and a half.
Which with Madeline's labor, it was hours and hours and hours. But when I started feeling pushy, I was like, I'm not leaving. We're just going to deal with this right here.
Yeah.
Turned out to be great.
I will say.
Didn't the midwife pass out?
Oh, that's a good story.
I told... Okay. Yeah, that's a good story.
Do you want to tell me?
Well, I told my midwife this at my postpartum visit. And she was like, "You're kidding." And she's like, "Are you sure it was a midwife?" And I'm like, "That's what they told me."
Well, she was the one running the whole thing. Like she's the one that caught the baby. She caught the baby and passed out.
I didn't even know she was in the room because my eyes were closed. I was totally AirPods in, hypnobirthing app. I was like, not.
Also just screaming your head off, bloody murder. I will say, well, let me tell the story first about the nurse, and then I'll also give advice for husbands that ever have to deal with a wife that doesn't want to get an epidural, which is fine, but it is a different experience.
Sure.
Because for
You're
the husband
cut out for it, though.
Yeah, I am. I'm so cut out for it. I hate it, though.
Well, yeah.
It's not fun. I mean, and I know the women is already going to be in the comments being like, your husband's complaining he didn't have to go through labor.
No,
I'm just
I get
saying
it.
It's just not fun watching someone you love go through that much pain.
I was thinking to myself, because I was more coherent with this birth.
You were a little bit.
When I was at the end pushing, some women can do it without making a sound. I don't know. But I was fighting for my life.
You are not that one.
I was fighting for my life, doing a lot of praying and just, doing what I had to do. And I'm screaming, clearly.
Yeah.
Trying not to.
It's like the scream, like the spit scream, like you're drooling, just
very visual
pure,
there.
Just agony.
It's agonizing, but it's very but I remember thinking to myself in that moment, I was like, this is what I would sound like if I was being tortured.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to scare anyone that's planning a natural birth, because we will do it again.
It's awesome. Yeah.
We did it a second time. We'll do it again. I don't know. We're crazy, but it was the best option for us.
But the point of you saying, we don't have to clarify everything.
It's scary.
Yeah. It's because especially a lot of, at least I like to control things, and that's something you just can't control.
Yeah. And
you're just like, I'll do what I can to help.
But I will say I felt very much in control of Curtis's birth. There was I know it sounds bad and it's painful, but I felt very in control, and I was
you knew what you were doing.
Calm.
You knew what you were doing more.
Yeah.
Yeah. You knew what you were doing more.
But go back to the midwife.
Anyway, so midwife is there.
There's two of them.
In there. Two women, and then Hope and then me, crowded around this bathtub. And then when we made the decision, because Anna was like, and
Hope's our doula.
Yeah, okay. Hope's our doula. When Anna says she's coherent she thinks she is, but she's really not. She's like, I was coherent the whole time. And it's we had to ask her 9 times each time she wanted something because she was out of it. So
I was focusing.
You were focusing. So she's just on her knees facing kind of a corner-ish area, right? And then we make the decision that we're just going to deliver the baby there in the water, which I was like, okay, we just weren't, that wasn't the plan. You know, that was new for me.
Right.
And immediately I think like, how's the baby going to breathe? What if it slips in the water and drowns?
We hadn't talked about that at all.
We didn't talk about water birth because it was just not not something we did.
Yeah.
But so when it was happening, I got kind of crowded out because Hope was,
there wasn't a whole lot of room.
I had been holding your hand, then I had to switch because my back was like, I just couldn't do it. Like there was no knee pad. So it was like, hey, it was like Hope switch. So you were actually like,
I was
squeezing
her hand
and like spitting all over it. And and then when you start like pushing, the baby's coming, like I was just like, what do I do? Because I was like, you're holding Hope's hand. You know, I'm just there like, and so I kind of like kneel by you. Like,
I knew you were there.
I was like, you got this, like it's almost there. And then the baby just kind of like came out. And then the girl that passed out, she's like, it's here. I see the head, push. And then the baby came out. She's like, I got it. And they pull it up. And Curtis didn't cry at first.
Right. They gave him to me.
No. He didn't cry. He didn't cry at first because he still had water and they like were hitting his back. And then he coughed it up and then he cried. And it was a beautiful moment. I start sobbing. Like I've cried for both kids and it's just wonderful.
Yeah.
And so I make sure you're fine. So they give you the baby and the water to make sure you can hold it and you're good.
There's nurses there helping me.
Yeah, everyone's good. And I look around and the midwife's not there. And what happened was I had to go get a new towel. Hope asked me to grab something.
Yeah.
I think it was like your robe or something that like we could help you get, you know, clothed and get you to the bed or whatever. And I walk out and the midwife is in the chair, like passed out. And
were there nurses
no
around
one had
her?
seen her yet.
Were there nurses around her?
No, she just passed out. And I was like, guys. I was like, guys. And then like all of a sudden like, they're like, oh shoot. And she like, so they're getting like much cold. So then like she's doing cold compresses.
She had to have been a student. That couldn't have been like
because she's the one that caught the baby.
But there were two there. One was at my head.
I understand
that. So I bet you that was the main midwife and then she was in training, but she never introduced herself as a student.
No, but I'm just saying like there wasn't, when you say there's two, people think like, oh, there was someone like kind of helping her. There was no one else back there but her.
She was actually catching
That's what I'm trying to say. Like
that's hilarious.
And then she just passes out and like is like cold sweats and then they like get her to leave the room before you come out.
So funny. I didn't know any of this until we were in the recovery room.
Yeah. Because I walk back in the bathroom and Hope's like, did she pass out? I'm like, dude, she's like not in a good spot right now.
Oh, she's okay.
I wonder if that was her first like water birth. But to be fair, it was also warm in there. It was very warm in the bathroom and also the hot water. It's like, it was, you know, just a lot. And, you know, it's messy.
It's in a tub.
Yeah. And it looks like stew when you're done.
No, not right when I was there. Honey, I've got pictures in clear water.
Yeah. I'm saying afterwards.
Oh, sure.
I went, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gross.
This is very visual for your listeners.
But it was awesome. And shout out University of Michigan. Really great. We love them.
Oh, great experience. Great. The midwives have been phenomenal. His birth was just easy.
Praise the Lord. It was.
Yeah. Oh.
It was because we live 45 minutes away from the thing. And so I always get a little nervous. But yeah, this one went. And then we got Shake Shack. And that was really good. That was just like, it was pretty solid. But then, back to his grunting. So that was what we...
Oh, yeah. So literally, he is out for like an hour. And oh my goodness, this kid, every breath.
Imagine hearing that for...
It was so loud.
All night.
And I remember him doing it.
I remember laying there on the like couch thing in the thing.
And I had a sound machine with us and it didn't do enough. But the nurse kept coming in and I was like, is this normal? And she's like, some babies are just like loud. This. It might go away after a long period of time. And I'm like, he's going to sleep next to us for months and months and months. This is going to be terrible.
Yeah.
It went away after like a couple
of days. But he's still grunty.
Yeah.
But that was awful.
That was funny.
Yeah, I didn't sleep at all the first 2 nights because he's... But then it turned out he had an oxygen problem.
No one goes to have a baby and then is like, you know what? That was the best sleep of my life in that hospital.
I mean, you don't think people that get drugged up sleep good or not?
I don't think anyone ever does. You got nurses walking in
every 2 hours. I feel like they should offer drugs to the men. You know?
That's what I need. My partner passed out.
Like, Can I just get some morphine?
As I can't walk to the bathroom, he can't hand me anything because he's...
I'm just like slobbering in a corner, drinking everything out of a straw for the next...
You're a heavy sleeper, and I'm... Dillon.
Yeah. That's like every night whenever you have to get... I need to help you.
You're such a heavy sleeper.
I am. Well, not when he's cuckooing for 8 hours.
This time you've been... Like if I get out of bed, sometimes you just sit up and you're like, what?
Dude, when I like wake up, even if you don't ask me to, and I like last night he was crying. I feel like he was crying every single time.
Yeah, he was.
And I like would get up. I can help. Like, but I don't know where I am. I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who this child is, but I'm here to help.
One time you like got up and you were like, I can help you. And then I was like, great. And then you were gone. Didn't one time you were so tired? It was like 4 a.m. You went down and got in the shower.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like, this was when your mom was still here. This was like right after he was born. I like slept walk to the shower.
You thought it was like morning.
I woke up at like 3:45. And this was like a week after he was born. And then we were also really sick after that. And I woke up and I don't know. I just woke out of this REM cycle just like, you know,
time to start your day.
Time to go, you know? And then I don't remember getting to the bathroom. So I remember like waking up in bed thinking like, all right, I'm going to get a good start to this day. And then the next thing I remember, I'm in the shower and I'm like, man, I am really tired. Like, so
it's really dark out here.
I'm like shampooing my hair. I'm body wash. I'm like ready to go.
Yeah.
And then I get out of the bathroom
what time
and it's
was
like 4:15.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, so I just dry off, go back to bed.
No. Midnight shower.
Yeah. So that happened.
That's weird. The things that happen with a newborn. But other than that, dad life?
Dad life's good.
How has it been having, because I remember with Madeline, you took a lot of time off.
Yeah.
Or you just came back to help me. I mean, I just didn't know what I was doing a whole lot.
You requested me home. And I feel like I was just like, I just remember the first 3 months of Madeline just to being a blur. Like I couldn't focus on work. I was so exhausted. Like,
yeah.
I just remember it not
evenings were hard because we were trying to get her down. She didn't really want you very much.
And then when I would come home, it was just like,
sorry, baby. But now you've got a second, and the first, and
this has been like so much better in every way, And so this is, I think not all dads will resonate, and I've said this before. I said this to you, like a friend of mine, Brandon, is actually the exact opposite of me, where he loves the newborn stage, and I think it was the way we did the newborn stage. Like I've looked at this way more, but like we were trying to get her down at 7:30 every night, regardless if she was ready to go to bed. And like, just so we'd be up there, holding her, screaming. So I'd come home, I maybe would have an hour and then it'd be just fighting a, newborn.
Yeah. And sometimes you're making dinner if I was like, dealing with her. Yeah.
So it was just, it wasn't fun. Like you got the snuggles during the day.
Yeah.
And then by the time I got home, it was just like crabby baby every day.
Yeah.
And so I just remember just being like, this isn't.
It's hard for dads to connect.
With you, you're breastfeeding. And so she needs you. She needed you. She didn't need me. And she knows you better because she smells you and everything like that. And so like a lot of times, like I couldn't, the only reason I was even holding her was to give you a break. But there was just no chance I was actually going to get her down. For a while. Eventually I did. But for a while, it was like, I was just doing it just to give you a mental break or just so you could get a shower.
Yeah.
And so that was hard. I think with the second kid, I have bonded with Madeline way more than I thought I was. Like, I just never thought that was going to happen. But like the moment he was born, instead of me being like, and I don't get me wrong, I love the fact I have a son. I love him to death.
Yeah.
But I have been so much more like protective of Madeline and even like her feelings. Like we were over at a friend's house and she was sitting at the kids' table and all the kids got up and left her because they're older than her and she was just sitting by herself. So I couldn't help. I just sat on the floor next to her and ate. We both ate our sandwiches together because like I just couldn't help it. Like and like that was new. Like that level of like relationship with her, and now she's just fun and
she's a daddy's girl for sure.
So that's been, and so. What you poured into him, I now have someone I can pour into that needs me.
Yeah.
And I think that's been really enjoyable because like, again, he doesn't, I mean, obviously he needs his dad, but he really needs his mom right now. And so now there's a child that I can just absolutely pursue.
Well, and I feel like with this time around, it's been more helpful because, and you gave another friend this advice that like, this is the time for you to pour into your wife and not necessarily the infant.
Yeah.
Because the infant doesn't need you or like want you very much, but like this is the time for your wife to need you a lot more.
Yes. And especially the first time, like the very first kid, the husband's role is not to that child, it's to his wife. Like, like the wife got it.
Yeah.
Like you had it under control. I didn't need to worry about with you with Madeline. You were going to keep her alive. You were going to change her diaper. But like, what could I do for you? Was it cooking? Was it cleaning? Did you need me to help plan meals? Did I need a grocery shop? Like that's how a dad could be the best dad early on, especially on the first kid.
Yeah.
And so but with the second one, I felt like your mom was here longer, which helped. And she actually was kind of like helping you in some respects. But since then, I feel like I'm helping you by just like helping Madeline and watching Madeline. And
I feel like maybe your listeners could relate to this who've got more than 2 kids. Yeah. You've got 3 or 4 kids. It's just like you learn how to multitask. Yeah. Like you learn how to expand what you can do. I think when you have the first kid and you're doing one thing and you're just like, I can't imagine my life being any more busy. Well, now I'm juggling 2 at home.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still doing real estate. You've got 2 extra businesses since we had Madeline and your podcast and your day job.
Yeah.
So it's like expanding the range of what's possible. Obviously, it's not ideal to like stretch yourself thin when it comes to having a new kid, but it's just that our life right now.
Yeah. I mean,
but he's been like the easiest part of this whole thing.
Yeah, he's been a blessing, man. He's been a big blessing. Yeah. We're thankful for it. Like to the expansion business thing, but like some people say this is the worst time for
probably is
me. But is it? Because we were talking about seasons in the car the other day, and I'm like, I don't feel the time to do all the crazy stuff is when your kids have the memories.
Yeah.
Like when they're 7 and they want you to go to a recital or a game and you're not there.
Yeah, that's true.
Like as hectic as this season is, I feel like this is kind of the last chance, like the last good chance to jump into a new business, a new entrepreneurship space, like a new stretch that's going to hit us financially for a couple months because I'm building something new. And like that, like, is it ideal when it comes to finances and a new kid with new expenses? No. But is it better that we wait till they're 10? And for dad, you know, like
for dad's life to be a little crazy and working late. Yeah, no, probably not. So it does make sense. Obviously ideal that you would wish you would have done this. You wish that before children, this is what happens. I mean, that's just not how life goes.
No. And you can't think that way either because...
But didn't you think that way out of college? You were like, you know, I'll grow my business. Then I'll be like at a point and I'll have kids.
Yeah, I thought for sure I was going to be a millionaire by 30.
I know you mentioned that multiple times.
Yeah, because just because we hit it so strong with insurance.
Yeah.
Like we saved more than people make.
But you found out that through that particular career in insurance, you were like, this is not my long-term career.
Right.
Like you've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
For the most part, for what it is. But quickly you learned, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah, but I also learned it's not a waste. It wasn't a waste. And that was something that took me, because for a while I was thinking it was. And I got really frustrated because, you know, we have the podcast that's growing. I'm literally flying out to Dallas next week to, you know, Parler, that's just crazy that's even happening, you know, in our life. And now just trying to start new businesses and create more types of content and all this kind of stuff. Like I was like, man, if I should have just made the jump 5 years ago. But the lessons that we've learned.
Oh yeah. And the confidence that you've built. I think that's the biggest thing is seeing confidence through sales and in something that has helped a lot of people.
Yeah.
You've had some really amazing stories in insurance specifically, but that has given you such confidence from when we first got married.
Yeah.
To be able to do something like this. And then like randomly, like your hobby of streaming.
Yeah.
You know, that you were like, oh, that could be a waste for a year. And like it absolutely was not because you learned about being on camera and conversational skills and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So not at all. And these doors just keep opening and we are actively praying through each of them. You know, where is this going? And it's exciting. It's really exciting. And I feel very fulfilled being a mom.
Yeah.
In real estate and holding that down. We didn't want to delay this.
Yeah.
For a career.
No.
You know?
No. And I think we delayed it probably too much.
You think so?
I don't know. I think now that I have them, I was like,
what was I waiting for?
Yeah.
You know, that could be the thing.
But I think it was the right, like, I don't think we were ready. But at the same time, you're never ready. And that's the thing. Like, we would have figured it out. I think we would have grown faster.
I think that there's
it would have pushed them to grow. It would have pushed us to grow faster than we did.
Possibly. I think there's a big fear when it comes to children.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays,
yeah,
the majority of people are waiting way later to have kids. And for me, it was a fear. That's why we got married at 22, 23.
Yeah. And
waited like 5 years before we tried to have kids. And I think that I was just our dentist. I was talking to her and, you know, she was saying that like, I'm nervous. She's older than me.
Right.
But she was like, you know, talking about, should I have kids? Should I not? I'm nervous about what this will do to my relationship with my husband. Because I think maybe they have friends, you know, you've got people in your life that have kids and it just changes this dynamic so much that it's like, do I even want that? I know that their work, I know that I know all the challenges that they'll bring and the delay to a couple careers, you know, and this relationship could really deteriorate. I mean, if you let it. And I was telling her, I was like, don't wait. Like,
yeah. How long have they been married?
I didn't ask, but I was just like, you can be intentional with your spouse.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there's two sides of this coin because I think if you're married, have a bunch of kids, you know, populate this earth, you know, we're in population decline, go crazy, have 8 kids, you know, and I think God blesses those that love on their kids, that have kids, and it's a
that are
massive
wise
blessing.
with their children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are people that will jump the gun and say you should get married and have your honeymoon baby and just jump into family planning.
Yeah.
And I think at minimum, the first 2 or 3 years for our marriage was pivotal. Our first year of marriage was rough.
Yeah.
We fought a lot.
Oh, I couldn't imagine getting pregnant that year.
And then the next 2 years, 2019 was sweet. 2020 was sweet in its own way because we got Athena, our dog, and then we stayed at home together and like we had built through COVID together.
I was getting into real estate.
Right. And so I think those were just really pivotal years to anchor our marriage and just love on each other. And we went on multiple vacations. You know, we went to Punta Cana, we went to Vegas, we went to Tulum, we went to wherever else we went to.
I didn't feel a big pressure to have kids right away, did you?
But my point is when you say don't wait, have kids, I'm saying if she's been married for a year.
Oh, no, I'm talking
6 months,
about pushing it into your 30s because of your career and stuff like that.
Right.
Or mostly just the fear around what will a child do to my life?
And that's just selfishness.
Yeah, I think
I don't know if that's even fear. I think it's just.
No, it's fear. And a fear of like, I've got a good thing going with my husband right now. We have a good rhythm. A child will ruin that rhythm. And they do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But and
they make you fat. Children make you fat. Yeah. You know how fat I was when Madeline got born?
Oh.
Listen, men deal with sympathy weight, okay? Sympathy nausea. And that's probably been my problem. I don't know if it's just, I don't really know what the issue is, but.
But your life is so much richer and joyful. Yeah,
and you have higher cholesterol.
Okay. I think you're just aging.
No, I'm telling you.
You're getting old. I thought you were 30 this year.
30. I'm going to be 32 next year. I'm 8 years away from 40. And I'm probably only going to live till 50.
What?
So we're like halfway there.
You better not.
Well, the way my health is
you better not.
currently going, dude. Probably should buy some more life insurance. I know a guy that sells it. Hey. Yeah.
Did you get commission off of your own life insurance?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Anywho.
I don't know where we're going with that.
No, kids are a blessing. Sorry.
Do you have to have it on vibrate?
I always have it on vibrate.
In a podcast? Rule number 1, thank you for this. If you're a guest on a podcast, don't put your phone on vibrate. Okay, go ahead.
I've got a babysitter at home.
You can see if it pops up on the screen.
Sorry.
No, I actually, when I was recorded at Parler last in April, my phone was buzzing the whole time because I was on some group chat and I forgot to turn it off vibrate. And I was talking to, I think it was Yasser or something. And it was the whole time, it was just driving me insane.
Was your butt just vibrating the whole time?
Yes, the whole time.
At least no one heard it. And you were just like,
I felt it.
I'm sorry.
Very present.
Lovely. I'm going to mute this.
See that? I was asking you to do that without actually asking you to do that.
Oh, well, this is the babysitter. I'm sorry.
Oh. Checking to see if our children are still alive.
I moved it a little bit more time, but her mom wants to pick her up in a little bit.
Okay, so we should go.
No, we're fine. We'll just make sure it's fine.
Oh,
cool. We'll leave that right there.
Cool. Curtis just sighed. Wait.
He's finally asleep.
They're texting.
Perfect.
Yeah.
About 15 minutes left.
Yeah, 10 minutes, 3 minutes, 7 minutes.
So exciting things I have been hearing. Y'all don't know. I know all the things with the podcast. Upcoming, future plans, golf content.
Oh, yeah. That's exciting.
Every couple of days, you're like, man, I just wish we could do get me to golf with you and stuff. And I'm like, gonna have a koala with us.
Yeah. So
is it fine to golf with an infant?
I see a lot of people do it, and then in every comments,
Really?
oh yeah, like they'll golf with an infant, and every single time people are like, "What are you doing?"
Negative about it?
Some people are like, that's the cutest thing ever. Like, that's so creative. Like one guy created it was like a push thing, but it was like a stroller, and then he built his golf clubs, whatever. And so some people are like, man, that's awesome. Other people are like, you're putting your kid in a death trap. I think it's
golf. Have you ever been hit by a golf ball?
We've been close. Our cart just got hit one like 2 times ago.
I don't really feel like it's a dangerous sport to bring your child to. You don't
golf enough to talk into this, though. If Southgate, par 3, downriver golfers, it is a death trap.
Maybe.
Because everyone is packed. Now, normal courses, when people are good, no, it's not that big of a deal.
I golfed with my daddy when I was Madeline's age.
So you're a pro. You're like, I'm ready.
When I was 3. All I remember, my father died at a young age, so I didn't golf with him very long.
Tragic.
Yes. But I remember he let me drive the golf cart.
Yeah.
He told me not to tell mom.
Ooh, at 3?
I must have been 2 or 3. I was like,
you're probably a better driver then than now.
And I remember chatting a bunch, and he was like trying to golf, and he's like, Anna, gotta be quiet.
Yeah, that is the hard part with golf. Like, if you do take a child and they're just screaming the whole time, like that would.
Yeah, you need to go to a quiet course.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Anyway, I found to really enjoy golf, and I found to really enjoy golf content, and I am working on an idea of trying to bring these type of conversations out on the golf course.
Are you telling people about it? Are you telling people about it?
Not really. No, I'm not. I mean, when I actually have when I'm ready to really pull the trigger, I don't want to promise something and then something gets lost.
Yeah,
so we're working through the ideas. We're working through it. We've recorded a bunch of content and trying to get it better. But before we actually announce or release something, I want to have a little bit more ready.
Yeah. It's exciting though.
But it is exciting. And we have some amazing guests. So other updates, I'm flying to Dallas next week.
Yeah.
Which by the time this gets out, this is coming out the week I get back. So I'm doing like 9 interviews in Dallas.
You're gonna be exhausted.
It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be awesome. Love interviewing the studio there. And then after that, we have another like 13 guests scheduled here in Michigan in the next month.
It's gonna be great.
So a lot of exciting things, a lot of busy things. I think
I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for this. I'm excited for. I think if I could give any like piece of advice when it comes to podcasting is, you mentioned earlier the fact that I've like stuck to it and I've had the motivation to stick to it this whole time. And the first part's true. The second part's not true. Like I've definitely gone through waves of like, what am I doing thinking I can make a successful podcast? And then like, I don't want to record. And this is actually, we're 6 months in. This is the first sit down in-person interview I've done since AmFest.
Well, and it's not just been because of motivation.
Well, right. I mean, I've been really sick, but that doesn't help with motivation. And there are other things like, you know, when the Babylon Bee stuff took off YouTube, I'm like, this is it. Like we're a big show now. And then to have podcasts go back to hit 30 views, like that is,
there's just ebbs and flows.
It's tough to swallow. And if you don't have someone supporting you, it makes it so much harder. And having your support throughout all of this has, like, if you would have been like, why are you wasting time on podcasting? And every time I talk to you about it, you're like, this is going to fail. Like I probably would have made 10 episodes and been done, you know, but I think once you came on the show and you enjoyed the conversation and you were like, wait, I remember you saying after you're done, like, you could actually do this, you know? And so that's been just really important to me. And so I appreciate that through kids and picking up the slack and allowing me to travel while we have a new born and doing all this stuff. So I appreciate you doing this for me. And I think the content's going to get a lot better.
Yeah.
And I think I was almost nervous to start again because I just felt like maybe my momentum was over in a way, you know?
Well, and that's not how this industry works.
No. And you can't think that way, but that's the point is when you have anchors in your life and you have support and then you have people now asking me to help their podcast and grow, and the lessons I've learned in 2 years to be able to share that with other people and actually potentially support our family fully off of podcast related work.
Yeah.
Is like in 2 years.
Right.
Is insane.
I think you need to have a strong bond, a strong friendship and trust in each other to support someone who's going to support your spouse going through new things or new job changes and stuff like that.
A lot of communication.
Yeah.
I think the communication is
and being careful with what you like, you know, even if I have thoughts that are just like, because this is not my hobby.
Right.
This is not my world. And I don't find it as fascinating as you do. I guess maybe that's the word I'm looking for. Like, this isn't my cup of tea as far as what I would put my time into.
Right.
Doesn't mean that I don't find it that what you're doing incredible.
Right.
But it's just, you know, it's not my thing.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that you can't
support someone,
love someone. Yeah. And learn and.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good lesson. You don't have to understand it or even like it to be able to support your spouse if they do. And I think you see more of my passion and what other people have said about it too, that you're like, and just the results, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's worth, I mean, you've made just as many sacrifices as I have because for all the time we put into this is time I'm not doing sales. Like, you know, we've sacrificed a lot to do this and build this but we've also had a lot of wins in the same.
But in that same vein, I am a stay-at-home mom.
Right.
For the most part, I'm still doing real estate, but
shameless plug.
But that hasn't, you know, the way that we've oriented our lives is that you are the breadwinner. We joke about that. The breadwinner.
Early on in our marriage, when I was making no money with insurance because of 100% commission, she was getting paid a salary. And so we were joking that she was the breadwinner early on.
Which month? And then
it lasted 1 month.
He would have, it lasted 1 month. Where his commission was just higher than mine at that point. And so it was like, no.
I was 1 month of not being the breadwinner. And I was like, never again. It is my trophy. I am the breadwinner.
Which might offend some people, but.
Grow up. Like, grow the frick up.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's just the way that we've oriented our lives. I cannot imagine being a full-time mom and a full-time employee.
Yeah.
That's way too much work.
Yeah.
But you've kept, like, the way that this works is that, yeah, you're pursuing other things, but you're still taking care of your responsibilities and you're taking care of your family. I think if somebody is pursuing their hobbies / maybe long-term ventures and it's not keeping up their end of the bargain as far as what it means to their family.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah, but
it can build some resentment.
There needs to be a date, like a timeline, because I think that you can give someone a chance, but then but that needs to be said at the very beginning. So like we've done this with our podcast thing. Like I'll share, like, it's like, hey, if this by December, if this isn't working out, then we're going to have to relook at options. So then I know I have like my wife's full, like no resentment, like you're all in. But once December hits, if things aren't, I shouldn't be shocked if you're like, hey, we need to change something or we need to drop this, because we have already discussed that. We have already put that in plan. And it's not like a shock, like, oh, you don't support me. It's like, no, we've talked about this. So I know going into 2026, if my podcast consulting business doesn't take off and everything else doesn't take off, you're probably going to be like, hey, like your stress levels are too high.
Podcast consulting is doing well.
It is doing amazing. But I'm just saying, if for whatever reason, that was what we talked about. Like if it doesn't take off come the 2026, like, you know, or like we might have to make some hard decisions.
It's the life of an entrepreneur.
But my point into that, like, we're not going to be surprised if you are coming to me and being like, hey, you should get a full-time job and quit your podcast or whatever. Because like we've already discussed those timelines. And I think where couples get it in trouble is one spouse just wants forever grace of like, I know we're broke and we're in millions of dollars of debt, but why won't you just let me pursue my dreams? Like, why won't you just forever support me, versus being like, hey, I'll give, 2 years, let's dive all in. But if this isn't better in 2 years, maybe we need to look at it. Yeah. And that's what we've done almost every year or two. Like we just kind of like relook and reassess where we're at.
Yeah.
And then you're like, do we think we can change things in a year? Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about this again next year. And I think that's been why we've been able to balance the like resentment and the support throughout everything. Because that's just some advice for some married people on how to support their spouses. Just build some timelines in.
Yeah. And you do a really good job about being a very present dad. Like you're home every single night playing with Madeline. She knows you're coming home. That's like literally her first question in the morning. Dad? I'm like, he's at work. She just asks about you. Dad, go to the park? Yeah. Which is super sweet.
I think it's important. It's, if you're the working spouse, like, because that's where I can find joy in each day, is even if deals fall through, even if this, like, I can go home and my 2-year-old is just like, pumped to see me.
But I mean, and too, you come home to a working mom, right, who's been working all day and will work all night. Yeah. And so you come and help pick up the slack too.
And give you a break or try to. Maybe I cause more messes, but.
No, you've been really good. There's been a lot of times where I'm like, hey, Curtis is good for an hour and a half. I'm going thrifting. That's my hobby. Yeah. I'm going thrifting. I'm leaving you with both of them.
Yeah, it's been great. Yeah. Yeah, be present.
You can handle yourself.
Be present is, and that's why I love traveling, but I hate traveling, because it's like, it's fun to do once a quarter, but we were just talking about what happens if this turns into like a full-time travel gig. And it's like, that's just something we'll have to walk through then. That'll be another podcast. How do we deal with travel and running a family? That'll be a podcast a year from now. Yeah. But, well, hey, I think our babysitter needs us. We should probably start wrapping up. Couple of quick shameless plugs. You are still a real estate agent. You did like 4 deals in the past 2 months, right? Closings.
Yeah, which isn't a lot, but for a stay-at-home mom, it's amazing. Incredible. Yeah. It was a wonderful blessing.
If you're local to Michigan and you need a real estate agent that is amazing, call her.
Hilarious.
But other plugs. Okay. Cool Beans Coffee Brewery.
Oh, I'm glad I'm here for this one.
It's amazing coffee.
I told you for the last 9 months.
And I've said it every time. And you keep pretending that I don't say it. But go ahead. Give the promo.
You know what? Having a low acid coffee during pregnancy, phenomenal.
Preach. Because
the first trimester, your whole, at least for me, didn't want coffee at all.
Speak, girl.
Which I love my coffee. But having a low acid blend when I could have coffee again, it was really helpful for acid reflux that you'd have during pregnancy. So whether you struggle with acid reflux on the daily, or you are pregnant and you want something that won't cause you a lot of pain, a low acid coffee blend like the Broadcast Brew.
That's perfect.
Phenomenal.
I feel like this is the fat person's coffee.
What do you mean?
Like whether you're fat and you have acid reflux just because you're fat
and you're pregnant,
or you're pregnant and you're fat because you're pregnant.
No.
It's a perfect coffee for you.
And it's clean.
The Broadcast Brew. Perfect for fat people.
No. Oh my God.
It's the American's Cup.
No. That's Folgers.
Dude.
No, but it's clean.
Folgers is like drinking
You're not
water.
drinking mold in your coffee.
Yeah.
You have a video that showed how she roasts it and everything.
Fun fact, most coffee is moldy by the time it gets to the roaster.
Yeah.
And climates that are more rain saturated are going to mold more. And that's actually what builds a lot of the acidity up. And you can also...
the mold?
Yeah, the mold.
That's disgusting.
And it depends on what climate it is and what country it is. But sometimes they leave the coffee bean in the cherry. And that also will build more acidity versus like popping it out of the...
Curtis did not like that.
Getting it out of the cherry.
Cut that. I can't believe you.
I did not mean to do that.
Please cut that.
We're not cutting that. Getting it out of the cherry needs to be released from the coffee bean. No, the coffee bean needs to get out of the cherry. Anyway, the point is, the longer you leave it in, the more acidic it gets. But the point is, it's good coffee. You should buy it.
It's amazing coffee.
Second, go ahead.
No.
Second, shout out our second sponsor, Parler. They've been amazing.
Yeah.
That's been just 100% a God thing. This
Wonderful
is my third trip this year. They've been supportive of a small podcaster randomly in Detroit, and they're doing a lot of really great things. So check out their app. Follow me on Parler. Follow me on Play TV. Like, I wish I didn't sign an NDA and I could tell you guys all of the amazing things that they're doing. I can't. I know them.
Probably don't know all of them either.
I don't, but I know a lot of them.
No, not me.
Oh, you don't know all? No, I can't. No, you don't even know all of them. And there's some really, really exciting things coming. So that's our cue. But thank you guys for listening to episode 1 of season 2.
I'm honored
on
that
the
it's
Dillon England
me.
Show, and it was the best guest I could possibly have.
Love you, honey.
Love you, baby. All right, guys. Thank you for watching this episode of the Dillon England Show. Please subscribe, follow, share it with a friend, comment your favorite part, and let me know who else you want to see on the show. Thank you. Peace.
Bye.